What the are you doing? What's wrong? What you got in the car? Get the out of the car.
I waited, time went by. I waited, time went by.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Invade, and we are back with another video, man. Today's video is strictly based on a story time. The story time is based on the time I almost went to jail. Yes, me, pretty boy Vade, almost went to jail. But before we get into the video, man, I just want to let you guys know I do stream on mixer.com/invade. So for live content, if you like me, make sure to scroll through there, leave a follow, drop a comment saying from YouTube if you want to. If you like the video, make sure to leave a sub, leave a comment, leave a like as well. Also my socials, y'all already know, that's Invade as well. So Twitter, Instagram, make sure you smack that follow button. To all my ladies, make sure y'all do it as well, because you already know. I'm saying do your thing. And to all my guys, well, we guys, bros before hoes. Sorry ladies, love y'all. Anyway, let's get right into the story. Okay, so listen, I was like literally right after I had graduated from high school, maybe 4 to 5, at the most 6 months after I graduated from high school. Now, anybody who's currently in high school, all you guys that is like 14 and up, you know what I'm saying? Especially now, all y'all think about is booty, titties, and punani. That's all we think about, right? And luckily for me, I had a girl at the time. Now this girl, she was special to me, you know what I'm saying? We did our thing or whatever, and I still love her to death today. She's cool people, she's awesome, and I wish the best for her. Not gonna go into deep detail, but wish the best for her, man. But anyway, we had just hit a whole year. Now, you know, like when it was like a special thing, like hitting a year in a relationship is special. A lot of people nowadays, they'd be like, oh my god, we hit 1 month, oh my god, take a picture please, Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. That stuff is whack to me. I ain't got time to hear. I don't care that you hit a 1 month, but 1 year, that's important, bro. Now keep in mind, I was a goody two shoes growing up. I never smoked, I never drank. I didn't drink until I was 21. I didn't even really do parties and stuff. A lot of people would say my life was, for lack of better words, boring, because all I did was hoop, chill with my friends, and play video games. Now in my opinion, that's a cool life if you ask me, but you know, nowadays people get down and do things a little bit differently than what was cool back then. So for me, that was straight. I enjoyed my life growing up as a kid, but I didn't really get into no trouble. The most trouble I got into was because I came late from hanging out with them. It was nothing crazy like along the lines of that. That was literally it. So as we were trying to figure out what we want to do, she's in college, you know what I'm saying? I decided not to go to college. So as she's doing her thing and I'm doing my thing, she's like, yo, well, why don't you come down here and come kick it with me for the 1 year? Now in my head, I already knew what that meant. That meant, you know what I'm saying? That's what that meant. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here was the problem. She wanted me to come at like midnight, 1 a.m. Now I had my license, but I did not have a car. My parents were super strict because they wouldn't want me to get in trouble. Understandable. I was only like 18 still, so you know, I just graduated. I want to make sure I'm not doing nothing stupid. So you know, I still had curfews and stuff to come back home because I'm living with my parents. So you gotta follow the rules. Follow the rules, dog, or you gonna be on the streets. I learned that the hard way. No, I did not go on the streets, but I figured out one time that I could, and we'll leave that story for another day. Anywho, yeah, man, make sure y'all listen to y'all parents and stuff like that. So she was like, yo, come on, man, let's like just slide through around like, you know, midnight, 1 a.m. or whatever. You can get a bop, you know what I'm saying? We can do our thing. I was like, all right, cool. Now I played it off well, but at the end, like I was literally shaking it in my boots because I was like, yo, like what the, I ain't never snuck out. I ain't never done anything like that before. And if I get caught, like that's a wrap. Like my mom is one of those parents that was like, I brought you into this world and I will take you out. Like she's one of those parents. I love my mama to death, bro. But that's how she was. Like that's literally how she was. So at the time we were living in an apartment, like and it was a small apartment. It was all 5 of us, me, my dad, my sister, my brother, and me. And so like I was like, it wasn't really a lot of like a room for mistake. You literally could walk into my apartment, the first thing you would see was a kitchen. You go to your right and you'll see my parents' room. Literally they could step out and be right in the kitchen. You go a little further, you're right in the living room. You go a little bit further and you're right at our rooms. Me and my brother shared a room at the time. So like if you did anything, made some noise, it was gonna be heard. Like unless they were in some heavy sleep, it was gonna be heard. So I was like, you know what, like forget it, like, you know what I'm saying, it's PUNANI, so I gotta go get that 99, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let's get it. So I grabbed my mom's keys. Mind you, I'm taking her car on top of that. That's not a smart decision, but I was taking her car on top of that. So grab the keys, I flip up the window, you know what I'm saying? Being all snap on my Tom Clancy's, you know, on Splinter Cell type stuff. Open up the window. Y'all know how the window has that little like black, like there's a little black thing that covers it, and then there's the window. So like somebody throws a rock, it doesn't hit actually the window, it hits the black thing. Well, once I lifted up the window, I kicked the black thing or whatever it was that covers it, like a window screen or whatever, covered it and kicked it out, right? Probably shouldn't have done that. Wasn't a good idea, but I kicked it out, right? At this point, I'm like, we Gucci, we good. Now we straight. Let's just get to the place or whatever. It was like a 45 to hour drive to get to where she was at college, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? Getting all ready, you know, I got my, back then, like, even then, I don't know, like, I had my R&B music and on. I don't know. I thought that would put me in the mood, you know what I'm saying? To get them cheeks, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was going to put me in the mood, and I don't know, I guess it kind of helped. I don't know. Nowadays, people don't really, I don't know. But to me, it helps. So pull up, you know what I'm saying? I see her and we do our thing or whatever. Let me just say, you know, the students knew my name, you know what I'm saying? They knew Vay was there, dog. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? So they knew Vay was there, dog, and we do our own thing. So, you know, you with your woman, you with your lady, you celebrate. You gotta play the part too. So, you know, yay, we hit a year. I'm so happy. I love you. I love you too. You know, you're the greatest thing. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, right? So we hit that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, well, I gotta go because it's like 4 a.m. And my mom is the type that she wakes up like clockwork at 5 a.m. She was the type of mom that like she go in, she go check and see if y'all okay, give you a kiss on the forehead, make you breakfast, that type of stuff. Like I had a legit, like really good mom growing up, love my mom to death, and she's my world. So as I'm like driving home, bro, like I'm starting to sweat because I know that it's gonna take like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to get home. And I don't want to risk her waking up early. Like I don't want to risk her getting up at like 4:45 and come in and then be like, where are you at? And then I'm not there. Or be like, where is my car? My car's not here. And then like I started playing all scenarios in my head. She goes outside, she doesn't see her car. She thinks her car got stolen. She calls the cops. Cops pull up to her apartment. Yo, where's the car? All this stuff beside. Then next thing you know, I pull up. All this. I started playing all these scenarios in my head, and I started freaking the freak out. Like, so I'm on a highway this time. I was not in like no closed way or anything. I'm on a highway, and I go, the speed limit was 70. At this point, I ramp up to 140. Now look, I do not condone what I did. Anybody could have died. Anybody, I could have flipped over and died. I could have turned just a little bit and the car could have lost control and died. There's so many things that could have gone wrong in that situation. I could have hit an animal and died. Like there's a lot of things going that fast. There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong. At that point, I was not thinking in my right mind what could have gone wrong. At that point, I was worried about, is there any cops here? Because there is a cop here, I'm gonna be screwed. So as I'm going as fast as I'm going, I'm looking around trying to make sure like, yo, okay, there's no cops. Well, I got, man. As I'm driving down, I literally saw it right when I passed. That's how dark it was. Right when I passed, I saw it. She had her lights off. She had everything off. She was just chilling on the side. It was a she was just chilling on the side, and next thing I hear whoop whoop, and I'm like, oh dear God. Now anybody in their right mind, bro, knows if you going that fast, unless you are stupid, you might as just pull over and like just take whatever is coming to you, right? Because if you keep going, then now you're in a full speed chase, and now you're even way worse than what you was. So I was in my right mind to know like, okay, just pull over, take whatever is gonna come with you, and keep it pushing, right? So I do that. I pull over. She gets out the car. I can hear the steps in the doo, doo, you know what I'm saying? Like the steps or whatever. She wasn't fat or anything like that, but you know how you hear it in the movies, like those steps, like I felt like I heard that. She pulls up to my window. She's got the little flashlight, like she's shining it, just all in my eyes. So I'm like, yo, like chill, like, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, let down the window, like she does this or whatever. So I let down the window and she reels into me. And this was not like just a simple yell, like real. I'm talking full blown cursing. Mother, how are you going this fast? Like, what the are you doing? What's wrong? What you got in the car? Get out of the car. Like that type of stuff, like yelling. Now at this point, keep in mind, this is like right around the time like that the Trayvon Martin thing was huge. A lot of stuff is going on. A lot of black people are being killed by the police officers. So I'm freaking out because she's yelling at me like I'm crazy. I'm in my full yes ma'am, no ma'am type stuff. Like I do not want nothing to go wrong. If I go to jail, so be it. But I do not want nothing to go wrong. So when she's yelling at me, get out the car, I'm like, hey, ma'am, I have nothing in my hands. I don't have anything here. Nothing's gonna, I'm getting out the car, right? So get out the car. I put everything on my mom's, you know, it's an Acura TL at the time. I put it on there, and she's like, "Why are you driving this fast?" And at this point, my stomach is in my butthole. I swear, if literally, if a rabbit had came across, I would have doodled on myself. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, it was that bad. Like, I turned into a fool, you know what? So I start saying everything. My girl, it was like, yeah, I just wanted to go there and just, you know, I started saying everything. It was like that, you know what I'm saying? And so she's like, could tell that I'm freaking out. Granted, thank God she was cool, cause like, she was like, I should be taking you to jail and you should be going there for reckless driving. She was like, but I understand you're a kid who was trying to do something special, and we all had our moments when we did stupid things. But then she started giving me all the scenarios of how you could have died, and you could have hit me, or you could have hit somebody else on this road, or all this other type of stuff, which made perfect sense. And she ended up letting me go, but she was like, you're definitely not going home without a ticket. So I grabbed a ticket or whatever, and I drive home. I end up making it back home in time without like my parents waking up or anything along the lines of that. I sneak back in or whatever. Now in my head, I just got a ticket, so I have to find a way to hide this ticket. And not only do I have to find a way to hide it, I have to find a way to explain to her how I got this ticket. So I make up some long story about like how this happened or whatever, and all this other type of stuff. And I end up like, you know, making it sound good. Don't know how, but because my mom has a BS like calculator in her head, like, so I don't know how it worked, but to this day she has no idea that went down. Please do not watch this video, Mom. But she has no idea that this went down, and that's what happened. So I ended up having to pay like $700 for that ticket, and that was like the worst, because I don't even think I had a job at that time. Like, to be 100 with you, I mean, I'm 18 out of high school, I'm just getting started, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think I had a job out of high school. That was probably the worst thing I ever experienced. But like, just the like the thought of like, yo, you done everything right, you didn't get in trouble, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, and then now it's like you about to go to jail because you was driving over some punani, dog. Like, I was just like, yeah, moral of the story, low key, is like, yo, we all know punani is everything to us right now, especially because a lot of us is in our prime. We all know it is everything once, but don't do nothing stupid for it, dog. Like, be smart, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good, but be smart. Don't be like me, who did something stupid and almost ruined my whole life over it, you know what I'm saying? So that was the story of how I almost went to jail, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure again to leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. If y'all made it all the way to the end, spam up the boy Vade in the chat, and I'll see it in the on the YouTube, and I appreciate it. Other than that, man, I'll see y'all in the next video. It's your boy Vade, and I'm out.